Transducer on. So look, this is how you need to do it. Is real quick. I'm gonna shut it off. And give it a few seconds. When you turn it back on, I want you to already have your amp clamp on here so you can see the start amp on the inducer too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna check the thermostat. Watch out, Dylan. Coming out of the closet. So we're here for a furnace tune-up. It's important to have this done annually because as your system gets a little older, it's always important to, always check all your parts on it. For example, it's kind of like an old car. Things do start to fail on them. It's good to address them before they fail, like in the middle of winter, whenever you can prevent it just by annual maintenance, just by having someone come out and check your stuff, like your amp draw on your motors or your MFD ratings on your capacitors, and we can avoid something like this going out on you in the middle of the midwinter, just by doing a regular annual maintenance, and we can just prevent you from being cold. Actually, you don't have to tell me what it says. You just let me know if the amps are higher than what it needs to be, because you know how to read it now. So what do you do next?
Check the flame sensor.
Yeah, you can check the flame sensor. Well, we know our flame sense is good, and that's all that matters. Take the door off. I would have brought your tools up here too. So you look professional on camera before Dylan starts recording you.
And check the capacitor and all that.
We're gonna check everything, but it's up to you if you want to go ahead and go down and grab the gauges and check the thermostat, or if you want to just go ahead and grab your tools right there and just go ahead and check the capacitor and stuff. We can kill this disconnect if you want to do that. They got a zip tie onto this. You're going to have to cut that. So don't touch anything in there yet, because you will get electrocuted. Run that down and make sure that's the right one. Because it's not. Or yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. On a side note, I know you just corrected yourself, but never use side cutters to take off anything.
What?
Because you don't want a chance cutting that terminal and then having to redo everything.
Oh, I was just trying to take the charge off. That's what I was.
I got you.
Yeah. Can I just test it like this or no?
You have to pull it, or you don't have to pull the whole capacitor out, but you do have to pull all these wires off. So just look, if it helps you, this is what I would do. First off, you need to slide it down so you see how many microfarads this capacitor is rated for. So you do need to actually undo that. Or 43.7. Look on there, it says plus 5%.
Yeah.
What's 5% of 45?
That'd be like 2. I don't know.
Okay.
2.75.
And what's it reading?
43.
That means it's fine. That means it's starting to go down, but it's still fine. What is start at?
1.9.
1.9, so it didn't go over 2, now it's at 0.7, it's fine. Remember, because the running amps, it doesn't need to exceed 1.1. The load, when it turns on, it shouldn't exceed 2, so it's fine.
Alright, yeah, so this is your old filter. It's all good.
Okay.
Kind of beat up. Yeah, so you just want to get this exact size.
So this is for the
For the furnace.
for the
Furnace
furnace.
downstairs, yeah, in your garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no filter in there right now?
Not right now. I mean, nothing's gonna go wrong with it.
Yeah.
As long as you
I'm
change
just
it.
leaving overseas tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going to be here to replace the filter.
Okay.
I would recommend not running it for a long time without a filter.
Yeah, see, I won't be
you
here.
don't
That's why I
wanna get-
had you guys come, because I only come in the summer
Yeah.
and I don't come until next
Oh,
spring. So
okay.
that's why I have you check it all out and get it all in good working order so that it can run without me here through the fall, kick on in the winter, and into the spring. So I need that filter.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see this real quick. Let me look on here. I'm pretty sure we have a filter option. We can probably just run and grab you one. Love it whenever they leave us so much room.
It's a film.
No, to put this filter in. We looked at all your stuff. The only thing that I saw that in the near future, it doesn't need to be addressed anytime soon.
Okay.
It doesn't look like, but your capacitors are both reading a little lower than what they're rated for the microfarads. But they are rated for plus or minus 5%, and you're
Okay.
not outside of that 5% mark
So they're
yet.
still within range.
Yep.
Okay.
And that was the only thing that we saw that was,
Oh, good.
just
Everything else seems to be
everything else
normal.
seemed fine. Your flam sensor seemed fine. Your blower was fine.
Okay.
Your amps on your compressor and your condenser fan motor were fine. Just everything was just
Good.
in range where
That's
it
good
should
news.
have been, except for, like I said, the capacitors. But even then, they're still fine.
Okay. And so on the capacitors, is that like
So
a year, a couple years, you think?
It really varies.
tell?
It's hard to tell. But for right now, it is in range. It could last, another 5 years.
Okay.
It's really just hard to say. Once they start failing, though, they'll typically keep failing. But I don't know how the consistency of it.
Okay. So can I get a email copy of your report? Because I need to provide that to my HOA so they can keep that on file for
I
insurance
sure can.
purposes.
I can definitely do that. I
That'd
can
be
add it
great.
to your notes.
Thank you.